Okay, welcome back to Kimbo's Crafts. I'm Kimbo, and this is my channel where I go over all things crafts, and I post a video once a week on Wednesdays, so stay tuned for the next one. So this one is a special follow-up to my Chicago travel journaling video from last week. Here I am going to be making souvenirs. So if you're like me, you get asked a lot for souvenirs, and they can be quite expensive. So in this video, what I go over is an option for using my Kodak Step Printer, or you can actually use any photos, but I like the Step Printer photos, and I took a couple of copies. I've also got some stickers that I picked up while I was out on Armitage Street. I went to All She Wrote, which was a very it was a very nice store, stationery, those sorts of things. And they had these stickers made by, I believe, local artists. And everybody kept asking me to bring back, deep dish Chicago pizza, which I couldn't find a way to pack that back. And especially not in my carry-on in a nice state. So I picked up these stickers instead. And so what I plan to do is use the magnet sheet on the left here, and that I picked up from Michael's. It was about $12 for a 12-inch by 12-inch magnet sheet. So I bought that, and I'm going to be using these photos and attaching them to the magnet paper or sheet, and then cutting out around that. And then it's kind of just a nice way of making little souvenirs for a lot more affordable than you can find a lot of souvenirs, and you can make them very personal as well, because I can use these pictures that you see here. And so the sheet is, like I said, about $12. So it comes out to maybe $1 an inch. Very affordable in my opinion. And it's very thin. So it's actually possible to use just regular scissors. So there's other options also. You can get circular, thicker, sticky magnets. There's all these options, but this is what I had at my local Michael's that I could pick up the day that I arrived. So I was going to work the next day, wanted to make sure I could make these. So as you can see here, very thin. Won't need the cutter after all. It's just one large sheet. So the plan here is to cut them out to the size I need, or roughly the right size. Remove the wax paper backing for the adhesive of the sheet of magnet, and then also remove the adhesive, the wrapper on the back of the adhesive for the picture, and then sticking them together to get a really tight bond. And then once I do that, I then trim down the excess magnet or picture, whichever is overhanging, and then you have kind of a finished product. Again, you could do this with Polaroids, stickers, ephemera that you pick up. So those skill cards I picked up from Top Drawer, it would have been really large, but I could do that. Pretty much anything that you bring back that you could stick to a magnet, you could do this with. Like I said, very affordable. The souvenirs these days can get very expensive, plus you have to fit them in your bag. So I thought this was a great little touch. So let me know if you've ever done anything similar to this. If you have any ideas of what else I could possibly stick to a magnet sheet. Like I said, I can think of a lot of different ephemera items. Stickers obviously were a natural choice. So here's a picture of me with Sue the T-Rex, in case you're not aware. I was very excited to see Sue. Sue is the most complete T-Rex skeleton, and so it was at the Field Museum. Something I definitely wanted to commemorate with a magnet. So stay tuned for next week, and thank you for joining me for this one. Bye-bye.